broadcasting live from the Business Radio X studios in Houston, Texas. It's time for Houston Business Radio. Now, here's your host.
Hello, Houston. Trisha Stetzel here, bringing you another episode of Houston Business Radio. I'm so excited about my guest today, Alese Johnston, visionary entrepreneur, investor, and co-founder of Storage Trader, the first platform for fractional self-storage investing. With over a decade in the industry and author of Beyond the Locks, Alese helps everyday investors access a resilient asset class while building real community around it. She's also the creator of the fabulous 70 Challenge. We'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. A movement redefining aging through adventure and vitality. From entrepreneurship and investing strategy to personal reinvention, Alese brings an energized, future-focused perspective that I can't wait to dig into. Alese, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I love that introduction. My ego might be, like blown out a little bit. Like, who is this woman?
It excites me to do that because often we don't do it for ourselves. So I love to be able to give that gift to people. So I'm glad that you liked it, Alese. Welcome to the show. We need to learn a little bit more about who Alese is. So tell us.
I am a longtime serial entrepreneur. I took a human design test last weekend and it said I was a manifester. And I thought, well, that fits because I'm always starting something.
Love that.
But I am very enthusiastic about self-storage. It's my favorite investment class. Although I am on the board of the Arkansas Angel Alliance, so I have to evangelize angel investing, but they're a good balance for each other. Having some real estate that's real recession proof and some angel investments to, support startups. And so I like that as a mix.
I love that. Okay, so I'm very curious about self-storage. How in the world did you get into that space in the first place?
I was at the time, like 15 years ago, doing a lot of consulting work for banks on the East Coast and putting a fair amount of change in the bank, as one might imagine. And I was telling my daughter, I have to have something to invest this in. It can't just be sitting in the bank. And I was not a huge fan of having all of it in the stock market. So at the time, she was a real estate agent and she ran across this listing in the MLS for a little storage facility. And she called and said, you've got to come home and take a look at this. It's right up your alley. So I did. And it took us a little while to buy it because we couldn't agree on the price. You know how sellers always want more money than buyers think an asset is worth.
Of course.
How it is. So it took us a hot minute, but we finally ended up buying it. And I loved the business. It's easy, but it's not like apartments or single family homes where you always have somebody calling you with a stopped up toilet or a broken air conditioner. None of that kind of stuff goes on in the storage industry. It was fun.
That's awesome. So for people who are new to this concept of investing in self-storage, what makes it such an attractive investment opportunity?
The fact that people always need storage. Here in the US and increasingly worldwide, people don't know what to do with all their stuff. And we have so much stuff. So you got to have someplace to put it. I mean, your Christmas decorations, nobody has room for their Christmas decorations in their house. Or they put them in their garage and then they have no place for their boat or their car. So or somebody's parents pass away and leave them all this stuff in their house. And where are you going to put it? or you move into a nursing home and you're not ready to give up all your stuff. Yeah, we have many reasons why we're so attached to our stuff. So storage, providing people a space to put all that stuff where they can get to it when they want it, but they don't have to look at it when they don't want to. It's perfect business.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Well, and you and I teased when we were on the phone about you can't swing a stick without hitting a storage unit in Texas.
Right.
I guess that means that we have a lot of stuff. I'm just
do.
saying, Texans have a lot of stuff. And I
Well, you
didn't
know,
share with you. We have 6 storage units. I know.
do
It's
you
crazy.
personally?
We do. We have 6 storage units.
That's
From when
awesome.
we moved in 2020 and we just put stuff in storage, and yeah, so it is a great investment when you're on the other side of it, Alese.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Oh
People
my
are going to
goodness.
pay you because they don't want to lose their stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So talk to me about Storage Trader. I know it's a platform. Can you tell us a little more details about it? So if people are interested in playing around in this space, how can they use Storage Trader to do that?
We make investing in self-storage super easy for the average person. If you want to own one and run it yourself, you can go see your real estate agent and buy one and go through all the process of learning how the industry works. And it's pretty easy, but it is business. It does require attention. But if you just want to park some money in an asset class that really does generate good returns, then you can trot over to Storage Trader. And just like shopping on Amazon, you can take a look at the offerings that are available on our platform. And if you see one you like, we connect you up with a deal sponsor, and they'll happily take your investment in their storage facility.
Oh
So
my
that's half of
goodness.
what Storage Trader does. The flip
Okay.
side of that is it's a lot of trouble to raise money when you are looking to buy a new storage facility. And the way the banks are behaving lately, they want a lot of cash to go along with the debt that they're willing to give you. So one way to get that cash is to take in investors. And if you don't happen to have enough golf buddies who are willing to write you a check to fill out your deal, then, we can put you in touch with people who understand the asset class and are ready, willing, and able and accredited, which is important to the SEC, to write you those checks. We make that super easy to get those introductions.
Wow. I knew I loved you from the moment we met. You have such a forward thinking mind about something that's so simple and a way to make it simple for others. And I just love that. I think that's fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about the book that you wrote. What a great name. Beyond the Locks. So tell me a little bit more about the book.
So the book is a primer on everything you need to know when you buy a storage facility. How do you run it? There's a ton of material on the market that you can read about how to do diligence and everything you need to know before you buy it, like how to underwrite them, all that kind of stuff. But I didn't see anything on the market that said, what do I do now that I own it? And, like, oh, it's mine. Oops. Anyhow, I actually sold one to someone who made a mess out of it in under a month. It's like we sold them a business that had a fabulous revenue stream. It was very well run. We had customers who loved us and very high occupancy. And the people that we sold it to paid us a lot of money for that revenue stream, and then turned around in under a month. They had dropped occupancy by about 15%, had customers complaining to the Better Business Bureau writing complaints on social media. It was awful to watch, and it broke my heart. Like, I didn't mean to do that to my customers, you know?
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I sat down and wrote a book on how to not do that, how to communicate
Mhm.
effectively, and how to transfer all the tech that's involved. Like, there are actual software conversions involved in acquiring a storage facility. And so I've talked about all that.
Mm,
So it's a
okay.
checklist.
I love that. It's a how-to guide. It's perfect to go along with Storage Trader. So if you guys are interested, go to storagetrader.com. I'm sure there's more information there about the platform that Alese talked about. Where can they find Beyond the Locks?
They can find Beyond the Locks either by going to beyondthelocks.com, obviously, or you can go to Amazon and just search for the book name or my name. Either one will get you there. Can I brag just a little bit? I
Oh my
found
goodness,
out
yes, please.
I found out this week that we earned a bronze with the Global Book Awards people in the education and reference section. So I'm
Wow,
a little proud.
congratulations, Elise. That's fantastic. All right, you guys, go to Amazon. You can find Beyond the Locks if you're looking up Elise's name. It's spelled Alese, and it's Johnston with a T, Johnston. Elise, if people just want to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to connect?
The best way is Elise at storagetrader.com.
Everything's so simple.
Right? I like simple.
It's simple and straightforward. I love this. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit off the beaten path because I love this fabulous 70 challenge, Elise. So, one,
Thank
you
you.
have to tell us what it is and why you created it.
um, I don't do boring, as you might have figured out from talking to me. I always have 6 different things going on. And so when I was 69 a few years ago, I read this article in the Wall Street Journal written by this man who said that he had realized in talking to his friends that he had become boring, that he was telling the same stories over and over again. And I thought, oh, horrors! I don't want to go there. And I realized I had been doing that. So I set a challenge to myself for my upcoming 70th birthday to do 70 new things that year. And this was no small undertaking because I have not led a boring life up to now. So planning 70 things I had never actually done before took a little thought. Um, and I also have learned about myself that I need a little bit of accountability, or I will sometimes
Mm,
skew off the trail. As you know,
okay.
it's an important thing to know about yourself. So I told several friends and invited them to hold me accountable for getting this done. And then I thought, I'll be even more public about this. I will start a blog and write about every one of my 70 new adventures. And that is like the ultimate accountability. One, you have to do it. And two, then you have to write about it. Um, and then it kind of took on a life of its own. I realized that not only was I holding myself accountable, but I was somehow holding a mirror up to my friends who were of similar age, going, "You got to do this too." And that
Mm,
became the challenge. That became like the conversation. People would run into me at, coffee shops, the bar, wherever, and go, "Hey, I did this new thing. And what have
uh,
you done lately?" And I love that.
mm. That's fantastic. And, turning 70 for you is not about slowing down, but speeding up and doing more cool things. So, do you have to be 70 to take the challenge,
No,
Elise?
not really. I mean, no. It's,
You don't
no,
you don't look 70, and I know that you don't feel 70. You guys, if you're listening and not watching on YouTube, you need to skip over to the YouTube channel so you can see this beautiful, amazing, vibrant woman that you would never know was 70 years old, Elise. Oh
thank
my
you.
goodness. This is so much fun to talk about and getting people involved. So, are you running this challenge, this fabulous 70 challenge somewhere where people can participate with you?
Absolutely, yes. There is a place on the website where people can drop me an email and tell me their story, and I will happily share it with their permission. The more, the merrier. And I have continued, even though I accomplished my challenge and I'm now 71, I have continued to do new things and write about them. The big takeaway for me and what I hope to make other people adopt somehow or the other, I guess make is the wrong word, but encourage,
Mhm.
is I learned to quit telling myself I'll do this later, I'll do this when I have more money, I'll do this when I have somebody to go do it with. Like there's
Mhm.
always some lame excuse for why you don't do things. And setting
Mhm.
a challenge like that forces you to step past all that and figure out how to get it done. And I've become a different person by virtue of setting this challenge for myself. I'm much more likely to say yes to things than I
Mhm.
was before. And I think
Right.
that's super important for somebody in their seventh decade. It's like learn to say yes and just go have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That reminds me, we had a conversation around community and how important it is to surround yourself with other people, people that are going to help you grow. So tell me what your thoughts are around the people that you bring into, I'll call it your room, who you allow to be in your space.
Uh, well, you know that old saying that your mama always told you not to hang out with the bad kids at school because you turn into the five people you spend most time with.
Mhm.
And I have found over the course of my life that that is incredibly true. If your five people are energetic and alive and have a growth mindset, then they will encourage that in you. If they're all eating bad food and don't know what their purpose is and can't get off the couch, it's contagious.
Mhm.
But I've been reading a lot lately because longevity is a interest of mine. I mean, as it would be at this age. But I've been going to some longevity conferences, and I keep hearing these speakers talk about how important community is and how important the people you hang out with are to your life. And I found some research that shows that people who are lonely suffer from that. It's like the Surgeon General published this paper that said that being lonely was as detrimental to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. 15. Can
Wow.
you imagine?
Wow. No,
Mm-mm. So don't be lonely. Like
don't be
have community.
lonely.
Figure it out. Invite a
Mhm.
friend out to dinner.
Absolutely. Love that. So there are a lot of lonely people out there right now, Elise. I think that 2020 sent us into this space where being home alone or being just at home became okay, and not getting out and being a part of something bigger than just you and your house and maybe your dogs in your house. So if there are people out there who do feel lonely, they've gotten comfortable in just being in their own space with themselves, and they find themselves not like, they don't even like other human beings. I've heard people say that. What would you say to them?
Call me. No, just kidding.
Mhm.
I would encourage them to like dig deep on why it is they've gotten comfortable with being lonely and find some way to bust out. Take a friend to coffee or out to drinks, or call someone up and have a real conversation, something that's not about anything divisive. No politics. Don't talk about the weather. Don't talk about how much you hate AI. Find something that you can go deep on and have some fun with it. Or, the restaurants need your business. Go out and have dinner.
Yeah, I love that. Or join the Fabulous 70 Challenge. There's a whole community out there.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, play pickleball. Go do something that involves other people and not a video game and a computer screen.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got to learn how to turn that stuff off and enjoy human beings again, right? Yeah, I know. We're now naming our AI chatbot, and it's our best friend now. And I don't know.
Oh,
We have to be careful
I haven't
about
done
that.
that, because I have. Totally.
Yeah,
ChatGPT is
absolutely.
my bestie.
Absolutely. We all need one, but we also have to have humans in our lives, right? To your point.
Humans are very
Yeah.
important. I was bragging to the girls I went to happy hour with last night. Don't think I'm an alcoholic, but last weekend was the best weekend because I had dinner with a couple that I recently met, and they were delightful. Then I got up on Saturday morning and had coffee with another couple friend. I had a friend come over and spend part of the afternoon watching football with me. And then I got up Sunday morning and went to a different coffee shop and spent 4 hours talking about entrepreneurship with another friend. And then my kids came over and watched the Chiefs with me. So I was like peopled up all weekend.
Wow, Alese, that is amazing. And I love how active you are. You mentioned, I want to circle back around to angel investing because you mentioned it a little bit earlier and how it really plays a role in all of the things that you're doing right now. So you talk a little bit about angel investing.
I would love to. Entrepreneurship is obviously fueled on capital. It's like people cannot take all these magic ideas that they have and bring them to market if they don't have some fuel. And there have to be people who are willing to write those early stage checks. They're very high risk. And you might just think of them as philanthropy. It's like you got to assume you're just giving your money away, because you might be, but you also might hit a unicorn that 10 or 20 X's. But in the meanwhile, you've helped a business start, you've made jobs for people, and that's how things happen. We hear so much conversation around all the tech bros and the unicorns and stuff, but angel investing is about bringing that home to your own community and taking a look at who's starting a business in your hometown and how can you help them. And if you can't write them a check, then volunteer to be on their board, or volunteer to help them get their books done, or find some way to be an angel to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if it's a woman-led company, because they only get 2% of the investment dollars that go into angel investing every year. And yet these women will consistently outperform the returns of any company that's run by guys. Not that I don't like guys. I love them, but the numbers will prove the point. Invest in women.
Yeah. Wow. Because they GSD, get stuff done.
Right? Yes. Yes, we do. Make it happen.
Oh my goodness. I love this. So Alese, I know you won't believe it, but we're already getting to the back end of our time together. I knew this was going to happen. I know we've covered so much ground. You have been so much fun. I've got one last question for you.
Yes.
So you've built your entire career, at least the part that I know about from our short conversation today, around investing, reinventing, community. If you could leave our listeners with one message today about embracing curiosity and vitality at any stage of life, what would it be?
Oh, you just said it. Embrace curiosity and vitality. Really, my standing bit of advice to people is show up. Follow your curiosity and show up and see where it leads you. And you will meet the most interesting people along your journey. You never know where it's going to take you, but curiosity, intuition, just do it.
That's how we met each other, right?
Right?
Just
Exactly.
curiosity. Yeah.
Yes.
Just on LinkedIn. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, Alese, want to talk?
Yes. They just say yes.
I love this so much. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time today. This has been wonderful. You're going to have to come back next year because I happen to know you've got a project that you're working on that I want to hear more about. So looking forward to having that conversation with you in a few months.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. One last time, Alese, what's the best way for people to connect with you?
Alese at storagetrader.com, or there's always LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn so long that my first name is the LinkedIn handle. So easy to find.
I love that. You guys, it's Alese, Johnston with a TJOHNSTON. And of course, I will have all of the links in the show notes. You guys can point and click if you're sitting at your computer. If you're driving, please wait until you get home before you point and click. Just be safe. Thank you again, Alese. This has been wonderful.
Thank you. It was a blast.
That's all the time we have for today. If you found value in this conversation I had with Alese today, please share it with a fellow entrepreneur, a veteran, or a Houston business leader ready to grow. Be sure to follow, rate, and review the show. It helps us reach more bold business minds just like yours. And your business, your leadership, and your legacy are built one intentional step at a time. So stay inspired, stay focused, and keep building the business and the life you deserve.